The fight of the year is nearly upon us. The fight maybe of the decade, some might argue, I might argue, is nearly upon us. This August, UFC 319, we have Khamzat Chimaev going up against DDP for his first ever title shot. This fight just gets more and more exciting by the day, and I have been waiting since this fight was announced to hear from one man, and one man in particular. There's only one man, at least I'm aware of, that has fought both DDP and Chimaev. And not only is it just a random man, this is a guy who stood atop the division, the middleweight division, for a very long time and is still at the top, still doing his thing, taking on RDR in an upcoming bout against July, because he is just a straight gangster. I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but what I mean by that is obviously he will fight anyone. Robert Whittaker is a true fighter. Not only that, he's a very intelligent fighter, one of the most intelligent fighters in the game, if you don't mind me saying so. And this is evidenced by what he talks about on this podcast, the MMA Arcade, or MM Arcade podcast, as they say, as they pronounce it. Half of this show is about mixed martial arts, where I always tune in solely for Robert Whittaker's incredible insights. And then the second half is about gaming, which I normally don't watch. But man, to get these valuable golden nuggets from Robert Whittaker, I think these are some of the best nuggets you can get in terms of trying to make fight predictions, understand matchups, etc. So he is just a pure master on that front. So being that he's the only guy that fought both of these guys, and they're about to fight, and he's such an expert at communicating and understanding and breaking down fights and matchups, I have been dying to see him finally talk about the fight. And this is the first time, at least that I could find, where he finally talks about it. So we are going to hear from Robert Whittaker about this incredible matchup in his own words, to start to get an idea of what's going to go down. And what's so exciting about this fight, whether you're a DDP fan, whether you're a Khamzat fan, I happen to be a fan of both. However, I'm admittedly a much larger fan of Khamzat than DDP. But regardless of which side of the fence you sit on, there's a lot of debate, and it's really good debate. And this is what makes, I mean, this fight is just so dang exciting. It's ridiculous. And it's because I think this matchup is so intriguing. So here we have Robert Whittaker finally breaking it down. I could not wait to hear his insights. So we're going to hear it together, what he has to say about this intriguing matchup from somebody who knows the two better than anybody else. Check this.
Yeah. Again, man. Chimaev, how do you stop his takedown? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Dricus will stop Chimaev's takedown.
Okay.
I like it. It's like, oh, I trust.
MMA Guru said the same thing. He's just like, you must accept that you're going to get taken down. I don't think there's been a fight that I can think of, except for Gerald Meerschaert, who got knocked out with one blow, that Chimaev hasn't successfully landed at least one takedown. Not a single person. And that includes Kamaru Usman, who had never or almost never been taken down prior to Chimaev. I think maybe Leon Edwards took him down or something crazy, but didn't really have much control. But until then, he had a perfect takedown defense record, or nearly perfect takedown defense record. So I think what Robert Whittaker is saying is 100% true. And not only that, he's saying from experience. He's saying from the perspective of trying to fight off Chimaev's takedown and obviously not being able to. So listen to what else he has to say.
Trust me, it's kept me up at night. Trust me, just running it back.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a way, but it's tricky. Okay, because once he gets his hand on you, once you back up on that fence, he's going to stay there on you. Now, can he do that? Can he? Because I believe he will get Dricus down. He will control him for a round. But if he can't put him away, what does he look like coming out in round 2?
Yeah.
And then let's say he does it again. What does he look like coming out in round 3? And then we've got that Usman fight again. Okay, and Dricus, like, he's got a gas tank.
Yeah.
He's got that dog in him. He can. If you don't put him away, he'll keep fighting. Like, he'll keep coming at you with his bombs and his punches and his kicks. He'll keep doing it, like, until the bell rings. And I think that's one of his superpowers.
Yeah,
I guess that's the biggest thing in play for this fight. It's just like what Chimaev does with the takedowns, because I believe there is no doubt in my mind that he gets them. Or what does he do with them?
And, all
right, so we're going to stop it right there, and we're going to go to Robert Whittaker's next clip after that. But I just like listen to this, and I start smiling. I start just getting so dang excited for this fight, because you have somebody like Chimaev with this extraordinary athletic ability, something that I don't think we've ever seen before. Dana White has said it. Many other fighters have said it. Something about his ability to shoot these extremely low shots and these extremely fast shots is this, and that's coupled with this extreme level of strength, extreme grappling ability, and he just seems to have this uncanny knack to grapple better, I guess, than anybody else, anybody that we've ever seen. And then you have him going against somebody like Dricus, who's achieved what seems to be the unachievable, beating guys like Robert Whittaker, beating guys like Israel Adesanya, beating Sean Strickland twice, and doing so in a way that defies logic in a lot of ways, because people are still perplexed by his unorthodox fighting style. Now, he went on and explained exactly how the fighting style came to be. It's not just an accident. It's not just, hey, nobody knows what he's doing and it's clumsy and it's awkward and that's why people are getting confused. No, it's carefully thought out. He's intentionally created, is what it sounds like, an awkward style to intentionally throw off opponents. So it's a very carefully crafted style. And on top of that, what's amazing about Dricus is that he seems to have this mental fortitude. Everybody now knows him as the guy who just will not stop coming. He will not give up. And that's exciting, because this is the ultimate recipe for an insane fight. You know, it just gets me very excited. I still believe Khamzat will get it done, but we don't know. And this is a true question. It's a very, very interesting matchup. So anyways, we go on. Robert Whittaker now continues on talking about DDP. And he does say, I will note that he does say that he would like to take another crack at DDP. He doesn't say that about Khamzat. Take that for what it's worth. I don't know if that means anything, but he does say that right here. So check this out. He gives a couple more thoughts on the matchup. Check this out.
Yeah. It's respectable. It really is. And I acknowledge it. I still want to get at him. Like
he's talking about DDP right here. He says, I still want to get at him, so he wants a rematch, I guess.
I still want to go at him, but yeah, I respect it. I respect his grit. He's got that dog in him, man. And yeah, it's going to be a hard fight for Chimaev, I think.
Do you have a prediction?
Okay, so now he's asked about a prediction, and this is what I was waiting the entire time for. You may not be totally happy with the response that he gives here, but you know, for people like us, smaller channels, stuff like that look up to Robert Whittaker and look up to these other bigger podcasts, and we often will reference them and clip them as we give our feedback and our commentary. And he actually acknowledges us here, which is super cool, and it's just so cool to get a little bit of acknowledgement for these smaller channels. So I was really happy to hear this. So I'm going to play this little clip. He's going to not exactly give a prediction, but then he's going to acknowledge us little guys, the guys who are using some of these clips and some of this content to build their own content, which was really cool. Made me really happy. So check this out.
At this stage?
No. There's just no way. There's like, does Chimaev get him out of there early? And if he doesn't, does he win at all?
Plus, if you say something, someone's going to take a clip of you, put it out of context. Like, Rob said this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I guess that's what's so good about our podcast.
Yeah.
In the arcade, you know, it's like we control 99% of the time. We control what is said, but some people do still clip it and cut it and edit it and just grubs.
if someone misquotes anything from this, no, officially, we did not give any. Well, I'm going to give a prediction.
Oh, well, I guess he does not feel so fondly about us Clippers. He calls us grubs. So that wasn't as glowing as I thought. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so he does go out and call us grubs. But I think he's referring to the people that use the clips and then twist it to have them saying things that they didn't really mean or intend. So whatever. No, it's just a little fun joke. Anyways, Robert Whittaker, there it is. He finally gives his thoughts, but he did not want to give a prediction. I understand why. I know a lot of fighters and commentators are reluctant to give predictions because somebody's going to get mad. Obviously, the person you're predicting against or fans of that person, etc. So I'm sure he has a feeling or a notion, but he obviously doesn't want to share it, or it's so razor close in his mind that what's the even point? If you're 51% for one guy versus 49% for the other guy, it's kind of still a coin flip. So why put yourself on the line and allow yourself to be opened up to so much potential negativity? So I understand that, but he did say he'd like to rematch DDP, and he didn't say he wanted to rematch Khamzat. I'm just saying, take that for what it's worth. That might be something, that might be nothing. Anyways, there we have it. A very, very interesting breakdown from, in my opinion, the one guy who was the most qualified to talk about this matchup from top to bottom. So there it is. There's your feedback from Robert Whittaker, the one and only. We shall see. This fight goes down in August in Chicago. Hopefully I will be there. We shall see. But let's go Can't wait for this fight. I'm freaking out about this fight. I hope you guys are too. Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.